Hello everybody, I am Sawyer Gould. I am here showing you kind of a demo of my draft for storyboarding. I did some research on different options for doing storyboards. Due to time constraints, I don't have a lot of ability to take on learning complex applications. So I actually just went into PowerPoint and searched templates available online and found a storyboard template. Which is what I use. So if you look here, I've got my pre-program model or module written out, and I still have yet to do my other modules, as you can see. But as far as how I did it, you literally can just do a new, and then right here search for templates online. And then here you go, right here, horizontal storyboard is what I used. And then once you get in there, it's going to look like this, where it just shows you kind of sections. And then what I've done is I used scene 1 and made that my module, my first module. I added a little text box up here, which you can do by doing insert text box, just to make sure I had my own information on the page. And then from there, I just went through and started numbering these shots, numerically, linear fashion. For my pre-program module, I wanted to make sure that I showed the welcome email. So I know these are small. I'm curious to know if that's problematic. I'm also curious to know how exact these need to be, because I guess one thing I'm struggling with, and I have it in my comments, is I really don't know how to visualize something without actually creating it. So I feel like I'm actually creating content already to an extent. I know it's not the full final thing, but like for example, I had to actually create this email to make it look like the way I'm kind of anticipating it to look. And then same thing with the assessments. So I'm curious to know if that's necessary, or if maybe it's just okay to just do a text storyboard. I know that I read about those, but I'm not sure if those are as beneficial. So I'm open to feedback on that. I know it did say that this would be the most time-consuming thing we did, but I can't imagine how much time this is going to take to go through all my modules and create, examples and fake things. So I just want to know how much leniency is there when something would take way too long to create for just a storyboard. What options do I have to replace that with something else visual? So as far as putting the screenshots in here, so for this one, for example, I actually literally opened up Gmail and just typed myself an email to show kind of the template that I wanted to have. You can say it just says hello student name, and then I typed all this out, and then I just emailed it to myself, and then I just did a screen capture and cropped it, of course, and then saved it as an image. And then I came back in here, and you just when you click on this area, it just tells you to find the image that you want to put in here. So for that one, here's the welcome email that I saved. And then once it's in there, you just click on it, right click, and then crop. And then it allows you to select, whichever is the most important thing to show in that little box. And then it's got these sections over here for action, dialogue, and effect. So I've been writing the action as far as, the intent or the purpose of the action that's being shown. Dialogue, if it's a one-way dialogue, which all of my module 1 storyboard is, I'm just putting one-way communication. Later, when it's two-way communication, like in the group sessions, I'm going to explain, what the conversation will focus on, and some of the example statements that the instructor or facilitator will use. And then FX, I'm using that as to call out what the goal is, or the kind of the outcome of that little activity. If that's not right, please let me know, but that's kind of what I'm doing so far. So obviously these are high level. I currently plan to only do one slide per module, even if there's a lot more than what can fit on here. I'm going to just show the major components of that module, the most important ones, to get the visual feel of how it flows through the module. That's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks, everybody.